This town has been unbearable, lifeless, filled only with boredom, propaganda, and control. I've tried to escape, and I've failed this time. But I'll find a way. They call me Mr. Prepper.
Deanna, I was talking TikTok business, not YouTube business, and YouTube wasn't scheduled to be on for another 2.5 minutes, but I decided to turn it on just because you felt left out. Love you, girl. We're good. It's not a big deal. The world is ending soon. I wouldn't count on it. You're on both. User prison number 7728677415551. You know that's your TikTok prison number, right? Yeah. Fix your name. Just fix your name. It's not hard. It's really not hard. Let's see. You know what? Use the same number and put prison number, and then like put the number after that. That'd be cool. All right. Good morning, Blaine. How you doing? Let's see here. And I was saying earlier this good morning to Bob and Matt and Dean and now Blaine. We got here Hirami. Thank you. Good morning to you. All right, so I guess let's go ahead and get started here. One of the first things that I want to say first is I want to thank our new Patreons. I want to identify them as best I can. So the newest ones are Melody, Quentin, Blaine, who's in my YouTube right now, Greg, and Mark. Mark joined up yesterday. Smart. I don't I won't push the YouTube or or should I say promote the Patreon past like the 18th of the month, because the way Patreon works is it automatically charges you, and if you join too late in the month, then you'll get charged for that month, and then on the first of the month you'll get charged again, and I don't like that. So I want to recognize you guys. I got your names in the tickler now. Of course, they are at the very end because you're the newest people, but you're still in there, and that is what matters. Let's see here. What do we got? What's up, Donna? What's your stance on G5? I don't know what the rest of that means, but I'm sorry, 5G. I don't really think it's a problem. I think that was made out to be worse than it is. The only problem with 5G is that it does affect some aircraft instruments, so they've had to turn those towers back to 4G towers that were in line for the ILS instrumentation systems for modern aircraft. Other than that, you're fine. Now, if you want to hold a cell phone at 3G up to your forehead for 7 hours, you're probably still going to get brain cancer. But I don't think it has anything to do with 5G. Swipe. This thing's telling me to swipe right to view more comments. There we go. And I'm gonna do that because I think that's a great feature for my aging eyes. I don't want to put my glasses on. Do you take all people? Don't want to upset anyone. I don't know what all people are. Do you take all people? I mean, I only have one rule. Don't be a dick. It's pretty simple. And then remember, this is not a political channel, and we will talk about politics, but only as it relates to preparedness. So yes, and user 7877 or prison number. Seriously, if you change your name, I'll actually be able to identify you and say, hey, nice to meet you, Bob. Hi, Rhonda. How are you today? But that's up to you, because I won't remember your prison number. But yeah, we take everybody. Let's see here. Dang, you're early this morning, JDM. Well, don't blame me. Blame Deanna. She's the one who's like, you're on TikTok, and I don't see you here on YouTube. And no, she didn't do it like that at all. But I was like, okay, so I'll turn it on 3 minutes early. Not a big deal. Hello from Indiana. Let's see here. Hello from Florida. Nice, Donna. Florida. Used to live there. For a period of time. Down there in Mims. I lived in Mims. There we go. I am. Nice. Did you change your name, prison number 778 to Alex Cram? Is that what you did? Because I recognize the little red thing. Let's see. Okay, so I think that let me double check. All right, and I'll throw this out there to you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you real quick, and I wanted you to see this. Yes, I do sell it, but they literally just came out with this sale yesterday. It is 3 months, or it's a $250 savings on a 3-month food supply, and to show you what the prices are, so that you get sticker shock. Boom. So it's basically a $250 savings. Go to the link in my bio if you're interested, looking around. You can make your own decisions. You can be an adult about it, but I do sell it because I do believe in it. I do have it myself. I would literally have it stacked behind me right now as proof, but there's just not enough room in my little studio / headquarters section. So we're going to turn that off. Let's see here. Okay, what do we got? Damn, I think I just closed something I wasn't supposed to close. Yeah, I did. You're going to have to give me a minute to find that. Crap, I don't know how significant that is. Let's see here. Bob, I have a question about Melian. Hello from South Carolina. Yes, I have it as well. Decent sale. Good, Donna. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this up here, guys. I wanted to show you something. Once again, a good morning, Fire Life. Once again, this is not a political channel. It never has been. Yes, I'm a conservative, but I stick in the middle of the spectrum. And but I wanted you to see something that kind of caught my attention. And let's make sure the sound is working here. This came off of Twitter this morning, and I just want you to listen to it. Don't form an opinion. Listening level 1 is all about listening without the intent to respond. You're literally, in listening level 1, you are gathering information, okay? You're not thinking about what you're going to say next or what you're going to think next, okay? So let me turn this on for you, and I'm going to go ahead and push play, if I can find it way over here, and just listen to it.
In their words. Oliver, you know what got short shrift this week? The House passing that historic climate bill, the Inflation Reduction Act. One of the components of the bill is a lot more funding for the IRS to hire tens of thousands of more IRS agents in order to try to make sure people are paying how much they're supposed to pay. What was that called on the right? It was called a terrifying overreach by the government. The reason I'm bringing it up is, let's just call it what it is. MAGA media's hatred of government is reaching a new high. When you have a combination of these FBI stories and the IRS getting a lot more funding, this is a new peak in terms of that anti-government sentiment. So it's no wonder that there's concern inside government about security and about threats.
Yeah, and I mean, the right's always advocated for small government, but in this case, I think particularly when you're talking about the FBI, it's not necessarily pro-small government approach they're taking. They just want to defund the whole thing and abolish it because it's probing a political figure that they happen to support. And I think what you have to point out repeatedly, and I know we have, is that when the FBI was investigating Hillary Clinton, they were very supportive of the FBI and of that investigation. And that was happening right before the 2016 election. Trump hasn't even declared yet, and they're basically, out there assaulting the FBI and attack, or with their words, but.
We have Neil back. Let's go back to Neil Newhouse. We'll pop him in the monitor.
Okay, so the reason I wanted to show you that was because the very first thing that they said was those people on the right were all for hating big government. Everybody should hate big government, regardless of which way you lean. Big government will eventually, and has now proven to be 100% intrusive in our lives. That's why people are worried about the IRS agents. That's why they blew the story about the 80,000 armed IRS agents willing to use deadly force, work 50 hours a week. They blew that story out of proportion. So what we have to do is we have to look at it from the perspective of either you're for big government or you're not. Most preppers are not for big government because big government is inherently dangerous. It's mission creep. They just keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing until that's all there is, until they have control of everything and you don't have a voice anymore and you can't do the things that make you happy. So I wanted you guys to see that, and I wanted you to make sure that you understood that it's not about being political. It's about being free. It's that easy. It's that easy. So, extreme party bus. Good luck at that dental appointment. I just got that out of the corner of my eye. Okay. So what do we got here? Looks like Black Wolf checked in. Good morning to you too. Good morning, listening on Dog and Ball Productions. Every time, that's some shameless self-promotion right there. So every time I reference you, Dog and Ball, I have to say like the name of your business. I'm just going to call you Dog Ball. Dog Ball. And good morning, Shireen. Shireen? I'm not sure if I said that right, but I'm trying. Okay, so the next video, and as you know, I'll dig into some things to make it easier, and then basically I chop the videos up so that is not the one I want. Where is the video that I want? I had it all preset, ready to go. Hold on a second here. I'm clicking around like a madman now, trying to find what I want. Let's see what we got here.
All right, so this is crazy. Apparently, the Chinese economy is on the brink of collapse in just a matter of days.
This is the story of a huge change in the Chinese economy.
A story about hubris, about excess, but above anything else is a story about debts.
I want to quickly say that I am not the first creator to make a video about this. There's also Business Basics, Cascades Academy, Graham Stephan, and a couple other creators, but this is pretty shocking and I wanted to share it with you because the Chinese economy is on fire right now. And that's all thanks to the Chinese real estate market, which has been accused of running a massive Ponzi scheme of over $9 trillion. And that makes crypto look small by comparison. So here's how the scam goes. A real estate developer comes along to take funding and pre-sell money to start building homes. But before completing their projects, they then use the collateral of what they've built so far to collect more funding and more pre-sell money to start building more of these unfinished homes. And this goes on and on and on. And believe it or not, this pre-sale strategy is how over 85% of China's homes are sold. And it can take months, if not years, for these real estate developers to finally start building. And that's why we see all these half-finished, empty buildings littered throughout parts of China, which of course understandably upsets their investors. In fact, people in China are so fed up with their real estate situation that in just 1 month, they have boycotted over 300 of these unfinished projects spanning across 90 cities in China. In fact, there are people right now that are literally protesting in the streets, asking for the banks to give them their deposit money back and to stop paying mortgage payments on homes that haven't even been built yet. So far, demand for housing has dropped to 16.9%, which is the lowest level since 2016, and home sales have plummeted 25%. Meanwhile, the banks are responding to the Chinese people by sending in more police forces and even military tanks in some cases to, quote, stabilize the situation. The fallout from this disaster is going to have an effect on the rest of the world because China's economy is also the second biggest one right behind the US. So what happens in China will no doubt have an effect on the rest of the world, including the US stock market. And it's also why there's extremely high tensions between China and the US to audit the financial statements of some of these companies. Because of course the US wants to know how bad things could potentially get. But believe it or not, mainland China and Hong Kong are the two only jurisdictions worldwide that don't allow for these inspections because of confidentiality concerns. That's why already 5 massive Chinese-owned companies have voluntarily taken themselves off of the US exchanges. And they're not the only ones. Right now, there's roughly 300 Chinese companies with a combined market cap of $2.4 trillion that are at risk of being delisted, including giants like Alibaba. So it looks like the US has already started to brace for impact, and now we just have to wait and see. So in today's crazy video, I want to help explain exactly what's going on and how this will affect us, so let's get right into it. Hi, my name is Andre Jick. Hope you're doing well. Come for the finance and stay because of China. So first, we'll talk about what's going on and how this will affect us. But first, I have to explain how we got here. Because the way we got here is through a company called Evergrande, which was one of China's biggest real estate developers that you might remember from last year, which defaulted on its payments. Now, Evergrande is considered to be the Chinese version of the Lehman Brothers, which is already a very bad thing because if you remember, the collapse of the Lehman Brothers here in the US was partially what triggered the 2008 2008 global financial crisis. And this story kind of starts in the same place. Now, in order to understand how important real estate is to the world and to the Chinese people, I have to give you a little bit of context. In the US, for example, the rate of home ownership is about 65.8%, but in China, that rate of home ownership is closer to 90%. Now, that's partially because historically, it's been considered a very good and safe investment to buy real estate, but more importantly, of what it means culturally and socially to be able to say that you own a home. Now, that's partially true in the US as well, but not as true as it is in China. It is so important to say that you own a home in China that home prices to incomes don't even sound real. Here in the States, for example, the average home price to income ratio is about 4.7x, meaning if you make $50,000 per year, you would get approved on $235,000, maybe up to $250,000 at the high end, and that would be your max limit. But in China, that average is anywhere between 20 to 35x people's annual income, which is just insane. And by the way, those are 2015 pre-pandemic numbers before real estate exploded because people realized they could be stuck at home for a very long time, so they might as well spring for something a little bit extra. Today, those numbers in certain megacities like Shanghai and Beijing could reach closer to 50 times a person's annual income. Could you imagine making $50,000 a year and asking the bank to approve you for a $2.5 million loan? The US banking system would never approve someone for a loan like that, but you can see how quickly real estate prices can get way out of hand if those kind of purchases are allowed to be made, and you could probably see just how lucrative and profitable it is to become a real estate developer in China, which is also why real estate makes up 30% of China's entire GDP. So about a third of how China makes its money is by selling real estate, and that's how companies like Evergrande became as big as they got, with over 1,300 development projects spanning across 280 cities. This greed and this toxicity that is real estate has sort of permeated the entire Chinese economy, and this Evergrande collapse is the first domino to fall. But they are not the only company to stop their repayments. Let me show you how deep the rabbit hole goes, Neil. Alright, so far here's the damage. Roughly $90 billion worth of real estate developer value has been wiped off the map this year. And so this Evergrande collapse that happened last year wasn't the only one. There are 4 other major real estate developers that have been delisted from China's own major stock market index, including Sunac, Kaisa Group, China Aoyuan, and Shimao Group. All in all, over 60 real estate developers owe $13 billion in bond repayments due this year. And it's not looking too good because a lot of them have already filed for extensions, and some of them just outright can't pay. And the consumer confidence in China just hit a multi-decade new low, and home sales and home values are starting to plummet. There's no guarantee that the Chinese economy won't default very soon. And I have to say that the Ponzi scheme was almost perfect. They just missed one step. Step 1, build and pre-sell homes at overly inflated appraisal values. Step 2, use the profits you made from step 1 to half build even more projects. And then step 3, before you finish building any of them, ask for more pre-sell money, and then go wrong in step 4 because you didn't see a global pandemic coming, therefore you had to delay everything, therefore upsetting people because you couldn't finish their projects or you couldn't pay them back. And then step 5, default and collapse. It's estimated that China's property sales are going to decline something like 30%, which is way worse than 2008 when they dropped 20%. And normally this would be fine if they had just stuck to the basics of investing, which is to diversify their portfolio. But instead, roughly 70% of China's wealth is tied up in real estate. And that makes Warren Buffett very sad.
70% is not what I would consider diversified at all. Man, that's like investing basics 101, but so smashing the like button and subscribing, but what do I know?
But now that China finds itself here, where people are protesting in the streets and people have had enough and the Chinese economy is on the brink of collapse, the trillion-dollar question the world wants to know the answer to is, how bad will things get and how will this affect investors around the world? And the real answer to that question is, no one really knows, because a lot of the data is obscured and hidden from public, and a lot of that has to do with keeping up appearances, which is also why the Chinese government is doing what any government would do at this point, which is to approve a bailout. Just recently, China approved plans for a $44 billion bailout to help the distressed property developers finish their unfinished business to restore consumer confidence and get this game of musical chairs going again, which is pretty unfortunate because by approving the bailout, it only encourages more reckless spending and more corporate greed, because who cares if the government bails you out anyway, and why follow the rules of what's called the 3 red line policy, which was meant to restrict how much leverage they could take on, if that's going to be ignored as well. So for those reasons, the collapse has already happened. It's already behind us. But what its effects will be on the rest of the world is not something the world knows about just yet. Maybe someone knows out there, but it's definitely not me. This Lehman-style collapse was supposed to happen in 2015, and again in 2017, and in 2019, and again in 2020, 2021, and of course 2022 this year, and it could happen next year in 2023 when most of their bond payments come due. For now, the rest of the world just has to wait and see.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. Hey, what's up, Ty? Hey, what's up, Doug? Looks like Bill showed up. Got it, Laura. Like it. I'm so bad at this microphone thing. At this point, I might just start, just keeping it on. Okay, so one of the other things that, that's all the news. That's all the doom and gloom stuff. Now we need to start talking about... the plane was no sound on YouTube. The plane was, I don't know. Thank you, Catitude. She's beating me up multi-spectrum. I pushed the mic button. It's working now. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this up on the screen, give you guys a quick look here. I ran across this from one of the, another creator. I don't think that person actually got it and made it themselves, but I found it interesting. And, it was the 17 basic wilderness survival skills. And it made me think about, there's a constant, it's not a battle, but there's a difference between a survivalist and a prepper. But I wanted you guys to see some of the things that the survivalists think about, and how they relate to prepping. So where we got finding, I don't want to do that. I want to actually push the screen. Finding and purifying water, starting a fire, finding food, building a shelter, navigating, basics of first aid treatment, knot tying, sending a survival signal, mental attitude, locating a good campsite, basics of food preservation, make your own rope, forecasting weather, basic hunting skills, the basics of clothing repair, and creating hunting tools and weapons, and staying warm in the winter. Catitude's keeping me on my toes. Still, what are you talking about? Still no sound on YouTube. I am watching the sound go out through there. Bildo. YouTube, do I have sound? because according to my microphone and the little thing on my my mic meter, it says sound is going out. So Windowlecker says 5 by 5. There you are. So I'm guessing that I do have sound. Thank you for that, Bildo. Let's see here. So those, it's like you can piecemeal. You can pull a little bit of those little bitty things out and say that's prepping and that's survivalism. You know what I'm saying? Communication, MCAS, SSS, MCSS. I don't know. I can hear you. Thank you. Communication. I couldn't tell you about it, Ironbug. But this is just a list of the comparison between survivalism, and we're going to move to that. The comparison between survivalism versus preppers. Okay, so we got that. We're going to go ahead and close that out, and then let's go ahead and switch that screen real quick, and then I've got to fire something up for you. Boom. Let's see here. And let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so this was an article that I found, oddly enough, on the Revetis website. Revetis is a radio company. They make radios. Those are Revetis radios right back there. I don't know on the TikTok side what you guys can see, but YouTube, those are the Revetis radios back there. Those are my MERS radios. So it made me, when I started looking for the information, this popped up. And this article is actually from 4 hours ago. So it's actually pretty interesting. And I wanted to share it with you because sometimes, it's like when I'll say something that's prepper related, someone will automatically be like, I don't need all that. Learn to live off the land and you won't need any of that crap. And hey, that's great, man. That's great. If you want to eat tree bark and have squirrel hats and, stuff like that, dynamite. I like those things too. But I also like to thrive. And while you're trying to figure out where your next meal is, I'm going to be cooking filet mignon and laughing at you just a little bit, even though I love you. It's kind of like having a little brother, So let's see. West Virginia Rebel here with your brother. Gotcha. The real West Virginia Rebel. Love you, man. Let's see here. Still no sound on YouTube. Okay. All right, so it is glicking. I don't know what glicking is. That's probably either TikTok or I guess you're going to call it glitching. It's either YouTube or it's either going to be the internet or it's going to be TikTok. It could be a lot of things. As long as the sound's good, I've generally found that that's what people really care about. Okay, so let's check this out. Most of you reading this may already understand the importance of being ready for whatever life throws at you. However, you may be stuck in the misconception that a prepper and a survivalist are the same type of person. After all, both concepts focus on how to survive a natural disaster or any other threat that comes their way. Okay, so far so good. So if they are really different, what sets them apart? Let's talk about the difference between a prepper and a survivalist. Let's see here. TikTok. You say TikTok is glitching, and that's on my backup channel. Gotcha. Thank you, Alex. And if you guys are not on my YouTube channel, you should probably be looking at it because they're seeing everything that I'm talking about. I actually would like to see more of the people that are on TikTok come over to my YouTube channel. Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter because it's not monetized, and you would actually be able to see what I'm talking about as well as hear me. But to each their own. So let's do this. Let's see. Different ways that preppers and survivalists are the same. Different ways that they're the same. That's interesting. All right, let's start out by discussing similarities between a prepper and a survivalist. Most importantly, they both have a similar core value. This value is that they are eager to survive any type of natural disaster, war, civil unrest, and other potential threats. Okay, I would say that's a true statement. My YouTube channel is Local Prepper, all one word. It's also on the link in my bio. It's like the number 3 link on my bio. Let's see here. They choose to be self-reliant rather than having to depend on others and the government to assist them following these deadly occurrences. Very true. Neither of these people necessarily live out their lives in a constant everyday fear, like they've been led to believe. Let me reread that. Neither of these people necessarily live out their lives in constant everyday fear like we've been led to believe. That's a very strong statement, guys. I want to highlight that just so that it'll stick in your brain there, because being a prepper is not about being in fear. Being a prepper is about being what I like to call omnipresent. You're paying attention to the world. You're not like, I need this and I need that. You're like, okay, so if this goes down, what do I need? What do I do? What is the plan? And you kind of formulate that, and then you kind of go get the things that you need, and then you kind of prepare to do those things, and if something goes wrong, you're like, execute plan alpha, stuff like that. And most preppers aren't even really like that. Most preppers are just very simple people that don't want people messing with them, and they don't want to have to worry when things go bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think TikTok can see, some of the things that are on that shelf back there, and they're back there on. I'm going to spin you this way too, Guy. I don't know how far I can go before I run out of table, because that's the biggest problem that I have. I don't worry about things because I have things like that. I don't worry about things because I have things like that. And it's stupid. This stupid little shelf back here has a lot of stuff on it so I don't have to worry about things, Yeah, there's a lot more stuff. There's more gadgets. There's a crossbow over there just kind of hanging out, there's just, preparedness is a way of life. All right, so they just have a stronger desire to survive challenges than most other people. Ooh, that's strong right there. They have a stronger desire to survive. We're going to super highlight that sucker with orange. Yeah, we are. I wish that orange was brighter. They have a stronger desire to survive, which means that those that don't won't. Notice as I changed the inflection of my voice for emphasis. All right, in order to make this happen, it requires planning and preparation for both of these individuals long before these scary scenarios ever play out. This is where the line is drawn to separate the two, because a prepper and a survivalist prepare in very different ways. Don't be scared. Window Liquor says, don't be scared. Be prepared. I luxury prep. Day to life is surviving. I got you. I'm telling you, man. Filet mignon. Actually, I prefer ribeyes, but Alex, it's local prepper, all one word. Also, there's a link in my bio. If you go to the webpage, it's like the number 3 link down. It says YouTube, local prepper. Click. Let's see here. TikTok guys, let's go ahead and crank up those likes a little bit more. It looks like it's working. Right now we're managing to stay in flux with about 100 people, which is more than enough for me. Let's see here. Follow the finger. Follow the finger. Just hover and follow the finger. Show me those hearts. You guys got this. Unless you all went to YouTube. Catitude. All right, let's see. What are the things on your shelf? Tracy, I got so much stuff on that shelf, it's not even funny. Power, water, radios, books, knowledge, knives, things to plug in, things to take out, stuff like that. Let's see. Maybe I'll do a video one day of what's on the shelf. Would you guys like me to do a video one day of what's on the shelf? It's not like I don't have enough videos already, Let's see here. Who just said that? Who just gave me that? Barbell Sand Mom Jeans. That's a tough name to say, but you know what? I appreciate that. I just got a compliment. Just found your page today. Your common sense approach is so refreshing, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I have to do a video of what's on my shelf back there. Let me write that down. It's not like I don't have enough videos to do. Do shelf elf video. Do shelf video, circled for emphasis. Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got? So apparently that's the difference, what separates the prepper from the survivalist. Okay, so preppers stockpile supplies. My throat's getting a little dry. Let's go ahead and top off. And if you guys don't, today I changed up my coffee mug. Today's the old Usmic coffee cup. Yeah. It doesn't hold a lot of coffee, but it doesn't even really keep it warm. But this is this logo coddles my heart. Let's see here. Preppers are more focused on stockpiling supplies in order to survive through an emergency situation. True statement. Cha-ching. They're more focused on survival stuff. Okay. If a person was to walk into their home, it'd be easier to spot the prepper than the survivalist and the preparations they've made. That's not a true statement, but I think if you looked hard enough, you might see those things. Like me, mine stuff is out in the open. There's a lot of people that don't do that because they're scared to death, and I completely understand. But my situation allows me to be open so that you guys can see what it looks like. A prepper is considered more serious as far as preparations go, and they will spend more money in the process. Very true statement. Good morning, Whitetail. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see here. Preppers tend to gather enough non-perishable foods, tools, and supplies. Okay, enough. I don't know what that enough is about. This is so they can continue living comfortably within their homes even after the emergency is gone. Absolute, solid, totally true statement. I think this could literally be the statement. We're gonna make that one. Green. I think this could literally be the statement that defines a prepper. This is so they can continue living comfortably within their homes even after the emergency is gone. Bam. Roblex, I'm here. I'm Alex. Gotcha. Roblex Jackie. Roblex Jack? Roblex, are you male or female? I can't tell. Doesn't matter. No, wait a minute. You were Alex. You're Alex, so... Well, that could be Alexis. I don't know. It's just nice to know. But that's a defining statement. This is so that they can continue living comfortably within their homes even long after the emergency is gone. Because that's a lifestyle. It's that rotation. Everything is a rotation. All right, let's go ahead and move on. However, there is a degree of difference in how far a prepper is willing to go. There are preppers out there who take it to a whole other level and go to even further lengths by creating bug-out locations. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I can't believe we're starting that already. Got it. Control. All right. They take it to a whole other level and go to even further lengths by creating bug-out locations far away from their homes to ensure their survival. I don't know about we're taking it a whole other level. That's just like execute plan B, that kind of thing. Black Wolf, I don't know why you cannot hear me, bro. The volume is cranked all the way up. Check your phone. Everybody else can hear me. Choo-choo. I got on YouTube. Gotcha, Turbo. Turbo Jet Ski. I like that. That's pretty good. Let's see. Survivalists may gather supplies, but they're more interested in living off of their surrounding resources rather than being bunkered down to a particular location. Okay, that's true. They are more of a minimalist type of individual, while preppers may take on a hoarding approach. I don't like that word when it comes to survival items. Take note that survivalists often believe that less is more, while a prepper believes that more is better. There's some truth to that. I think that less is more. I hate to say that, but that's a wrong statement. So a survivalist is someone who believes that they have enough to get things done, and that's what they really need, because the survivalist mentality is that they're going to have to move, they're going to have to change things constantly. I mean, if you're a survivalist and you think you're going to set up camp someplace and live there, well, if you haven't done any real hunting, you're going to know that at a certain point you'll hunt an area out, and then you're going to have to go hunt someplace else. And then at a certain point, you're going to have to move to someplace else. And while you're still in your happy hunting grounds, before all the game disappears, you're going to be doing things like making your shelter better, making your fire pit better. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be constantly improving those things. So you're literally going to be making more that you'll eventually leave behind. And then while a prepper believes that more is better, that is not true. It's 1 is none, 2 is 1. Have enough based off of your plan. More is not better. Enough is what is best. Let's see here. We've got here Bush Latte Boyd. I think I'm saying that right. What type of things do you recommend for someone just getting into prepping? If you are literally starting right now today, Bush, Go to the store, buy 10 cans of meat. They come in all different shapes, sizes, and flavors. Buy 10 cans of vegetables. Buy 10 pieces of dry goods, pasta, noodles, macaroni and cheese, okay? You just bought yourself 10 meals. That's 3 days plus 1 meal. It's that easy. It probably costs you about $30 tops, even in this economy. So that's exactly where you start. And then go buy yourself some bottled water in the thick bottles, or go buy the blue jugs from Walmart or my Amazon page. Yes, they're there. I sell Amazon trash. Check it out. Look around. It's set up for preppers, so you don't have to play these games trying to, I don't know what I'm getting. Do that. And then find yourself something to create a sense of security around you. When I say security, that's either going to be a boom boom stick or it's going to be a youth baseball bat. I love the youth baseball bats. They're so easy to swing and they hurt just as much. Let's see here. Food, water, and security. And the priority is water, food security. So think of that. And people get concerned about water. With this kit right here, I'm going to spin it. I don't want to be like advertising for anybody because I actually do advertise for a company called Water Drop. And this is half Water Drop, half Sawyer. But now that I know how the Water Drop works fully, 100% Water Drop, videos coming soon. I can do 2 gallons of water from that thing in like 2 minutes. No joke. Take it right out of the pond. Filter's good for 100,000 gallons. We're set, you know. Amazon trash. Listen, so I'm Iron. I'm gonna keep an eye out for you, all right, bro? So let me ask you a question. Do you own a fixed blade, full tang knife that is less than $20? Simple yes or no will do, and that'll tell me exactly who you are. No problem, Bush. How much for each food selection would you recommend a family of 4? Just do the math. I just gave you. That's what I thought. Iron. I own a full tang knife that I bought at Walmart at the time for like $17. It has never failed me. It's high carbon steel. It's the same steel that Gerber uses. So those are people that tells me also that you fall into the survivalist category. Do you believe that you fall into the survivalist category, Ironbug, or would you say you're more of a prepper? And no, don't tell me. Don't be a fence sitter. I don't want to hear about in the middle, okay? Because I'm in the middle. I know. I've been to the survivalist schools that you probably only dream of going to. So just let me know, yes or no. Are you a prepper or are you a survivalist? I'm ready. He's a survivalist. And that's cool, man. There's not a problem with that. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying that there's a different mentality on things. But when you say that it's Amazon junk, I would say, okay, well, my filter does 100,000 gallons. What does your do? What did you pay for it? Then it's not Amazon junk anymore. So just let that one simmer. Let's see here. Window Liquor says, elf on a shelf. We had a belt on the shelf. I bet you did, you tough bastard. Let's see. Never mind. It was a delayed video. I came here. Oh, Nikki came from TikTok. Nice, Nikki. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you know when I go live. And those of you on TikTok or on YouTube, do me a favor. Could you check and see if your notifications are on for this, for my channel? YouTube has been turning them off. Berkey. Hey, Berkeys are awesome, dude. Berkeys are awesome. But I found something even better that I want to tell you guys about. And we're going to get there. That's right. Something better than a Berkey? Unbelievable. Berkeys are awesome, but they're a little expensive. You can actually buy the same exact filter that is made for Berkey by Berkey's subsidiary company on Amazon for probably $10, $15 cheaper. Just the filters, the black filters, bro. All right, so survivalists depend on skills and surrounding resources. A survivalist is not dependent upon civilized life along with the comforts that it brings. They're more eager to use these skills and knowledge that they've gained in order to continue functioning from day to day. And by the way, we're edging up on our 1 hour. I have a lot of information for you guys, so I'm probably going to go a little bit longer than I normally do. If you can't stick around, I understand, but I think that it's good. I'm getting a lot of questions that I want to be able to answer, and the Q&A is not going to be, there's not going to be enough time, so I'm going to give you more time. Let's see. So they think about building a shelter, fire, and treating wounds is something they could do in their sleep. Okay, I think so. This provides them with many more options if they're ever forced to evacuate their homes from a disaster. Yes, it does. It does. Let's see here. On the TikTok side, do me a favor. You crank that up to 10,000 or to 10,000 likes. I'd appreciate that with 125 people. Follow the finger. That'll probably take you, I don't know, like 60 seconds tops. Probably 30 seconds. You guys could probably do it in 30 seconds. On the YouTube side, if you guys have not given this video a thumb up yet, I appreciate it. The algorithm does like those things. It does work differently, but it does draw more people in. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. Hey, Bubba. Bubba. Love you, man. Let's see here. Oh, man, the coffee. It's just, I'm so used to my local prepper cup that I've been carrying around for years. The coffee never gets cold in my local prepper cup. But in this one, I don't know. It is not. I'm feeling heat come through the cup, so I think it's more of a, I'm going to have to find me another one. I'm kind of curious. I did start a merch store, link in the bio. I can't believe it's like, grr. And it's got the local prepper cup, and my patrons love those cups. Do not buy the black cup. There's something wrong with the black cup's design. It's supposed to be a completely black cup like this, okay? But the problem is that the logo, the blackness only goes all the way around it. Right here in this strip where the handle is, it's all white. The handle's white. Doesn't make any sense. So don't buy the black cup. I got to get my head out of my butt and get that fixed for you guys. Black Wolf says, best to be a combination of survivalist and prepper. You need skill sets to survive the elements of a collapse. Absolutely 100% true. You should be a centrist. You should be a centrist preppers. TM. I'm saying that right now. That belongs to me. Centrist prepper. We're going to be centrist preppers. All right, let's see here. Survivalists are more dependent, or at least lean more heavily on living off the land while taking advantage of their surrounding resources. True statement. They're willing to plant seeds to grow crops. Preppers do it all the time. I've got a garden out there right now. Forage. The property is surrounded by berries and nut trees. Hunt. There's a lot of bunnies out here. They're going to die as soon as the weather gets cold. Gotta love that woodland chicken. And fish for their meals. I'm not really a fisherman, but I know how to fish. Read the book. And gather their water from the nearest water source available to them. That is a problem where I am. That is a problem. I've got a well, and there's some streams, some tributaries in this area. There's a lot of farmland, which is why I'm really interested in that desalinization item that I was trying to tell you guys about. Let's see here. The only drawback to this is that if they're ever faced with a doomsday scenario, which we'll see what happens, it will only be a matter of time before the resources start to run out. Absolutely. During the Great Depression, all of the deer in most of the United States, well, I can't say all of it. We'll just say the deer population dramatically dropped. People were eating frickin' rats and cats. Easier to travel with a bag filter than a Berkey. Berkeys are nice for home use. Very true. Very true. I go that direction because my well water here is really good, so I don't really concern myself about purifying water. But I'm probably looking at getting one of those new desalinization devices. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see here. So preppers prefer groups while survivalists would rather be on their own. I don't know if that's right or not. I think they're kind of generalizing at this point. Another key difference between these two is that preppers tend to share and make plans with others, while survivalists are more likely to survive these types of scenarios on their own. I don't know. My philosophy is a lone wolf is a dead wolf. It's that easy. That's why wolves are in packs. If they're out on their own, what happens in a wolf pack? If they shun a wolf, that wolf goes away, and sooner or later that wolf will die because the pack is the strength. So I don't know about that. Preppers do like to seek out remote locations where resources are numerous and will not be used by many other people. Okay, well, survivalists do the same thing. That's just plain logic. Preppers tend to share their knowledge with others and see the value and strength in numbers, whether they choose to tell their family, friends, coworkers, or neighbors. Survivalists tend to thrive during these times with just their family and or one or two close friends. Okay, I mean, I don't think that's synonymous with survivalists, but I think that's a true statement. This does not mean that there aren't preppers out there who would prefer to be on their own, and there is a certain survivalists who desire the company of others, but overall, this is an observation that testifies to the majority of these two groups and how they go about survival. I would say there's some truth to that. Let's check out the comments real quick. Hey, Thorn showed up. Good job, Thorn. Thorn. Dude, that device, I talked to the CEO yesterday of that company for 45 minutes. We're working on something, bro. We're working on something big. I'm calling it the holy grail of preparedness. It's no joke. This is going to be a game changer. We talked about price too, man. We figured out a way to get the price down. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And no, I haven't taken a penny, and I don't plan to. If they offer me something, I'm going to say, yeah, whatever, put it in my bank account. But I'm not asking for anything. Let's see here. So my husband and Dog and Ball says, so my husband and I are going to be building a house here in 3 years. We have to start clearing first where the house will sit. I told him the house had to be a prepper house. Make sure you have access to water, Dog and Ball. It's not a prepper house unless you have access to water. That's not ran by the city. Thorne says, preppers prepare to go or prepare someplace to be safe. Someplace safe. Survivalists prepare to stay someplace dangerous. I guess that's a logical statement. Most preppers plan to bug in. I mean, this is where all my stuff is. You know? I'm not going anywhere unless I absolutely have to. But there's a plan to go. Let's see here. You put together a group of people with different skills so you can be as much like normal as possible. Yeah, I do. That your name is hilarious, Pammy. Pammy's name is Idaho, not Idaho, Pammy. That's hilarious. Should I get a nuclear face mask? And I don't know what a nuclear face mask is, Deborah, but if you're talking about a gas mask or a chemical protective mask, well, it's not going to protect you from radiation. And there's a lot of... It's a good to have thing. It's truly a good to have thing. So, King Bob is a host and joined through recommended hosts. I don't know what that is, King Bob, but I appreciate you showing up and using my backup channel, man. I really appreciate it. I need to start putting more videos on my backup channels. I got annoying telemarketers. Okay, Puzzle Trivia. Sounds like a bot, but I'm going to be waiting for you to say something significant. All right, so we're getting into it now. Let's see. Survivalism is a lifestyle, while prepping is a lifeline. I don't know that I'd agree with that, but let's see what they've got to say. Preppers are generally people who gather and stockpile supplies in order to create a lifeboat to get them through the hard times. They do this with the hope that things will return back to normal before they start to run out. Survivalism isn't something that these people use only when the crisis takes place. Keep in mind that survivalists use survival skills on a daily. See, no, I'm going to completely disagree with that statement. They basically just said you're just gathering stuff and all your stuff's going to run out. But the survivalists have skills and their stuff will never run out. Both are completely illegitimate lies. They're not statements. They're not factual. All right, so final word. Let's see what their final word is. There are several key differences between a prepper and a survivalist. However, both of them are willing to not only fight for their survival, but even thrive through a disaster situation. One is not better than the other, but rather it's based more on your skills or lack thereof, which determines which method is in the best interest of you and your family. Some people are even a mixture of both. Which of these two types of people would you consider yourself? What do you think is the difference between a prepper and a survivalist? Well, we just went over a whole bunch of different. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to type either you're a prepper or you're survivalist, or I'm going to just use, just type center. If you think you're in the center, you can only be one of those things. No, you cannot be a furry ball that flies. You can't be that. You're either prepper, you're a survivalist, or you're in the center. Start typing. Type. Well, I'm going to drink some cold coffee. Hey, good morning, Archangel. Good to see you, man. Okay, we got some center stuff going on here. We got a prepper. Okay. YouTube. Oh, I forgot there's a major delay on YouTube. It's probably around 30 seconds. Okay, so Ricky's a survivalist. That's my first one I've seen there. Idaho. Come on, Window Liquor. Quit making me push buttons. I'm a prepper. My husband is survivalist. Yeah, do whatever it takes. Okay, come on, man. I love when people just like hillbilly. Oh, you're definitely dead. I know that. I've lived with hillbillies. If you're a real hillbilly, you would know that you cannot survive on moonshine. Everybody's like, I'll just make up my own category. I told you got 3 choices. I'm just going to do my own thing, man. I don't like your words. Center leaning towards survivalist. Tracy says she's starting her prepping. Catitude is a prepper. See, even Black Wolf Survival. I am the Tooth Fairy. Okay, time to clock it for work. Have a great day. Take it easy, Dog and Ball. Thorne says, it's 2 different philosophies. I'm definitely a survivalist. That doesn't mean the survivalist can't prep. Everybody's making up their own categories. Real hillbillies have no internet, not just saying. Man, you can find the internet anywhere now, you know. Hi, where would you go? Just curious. I would go back to my property in North Carolina. Let's see here. How do hunters fall into either category? Well, I mean, just because you're a hunter doesn't mean you're a survivalist. I mean, you know, a hunter is basically somebody who's just putting meat in the freezer. So, I mean, you do that when you go to the store. You do that if you go buy, 12 pounds of chicken and can them. So, never show your hands to strangers. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. You always know how it hurts. Thank you, Underground. Let's see. So CPT Smoke. Captain Smoke. Hello. First time here. Thanks to YouTube algorithm. What did I miss? Well, we were just going over the differences. We were going over an article that's written by Revetis, which is actually a radio company. And we were going over an article, the differences between a survivalist and a prepper. You really did just catch the end of that, but there's still plenty of stuff to pay it. And thank you, algorithm. The old algorithm did some stuff. And looks like TikTok. Thank you, guys. You got me over 10. I appreciate it. Raise them chicken and rabbits. Yeah, I got to go feed my chickens here in a little while. I'll never show my goods to others, and it's probably smart that you don't. What to do about medicines that you need or die? Diabetic stuff. That is a tricky question. Well, first thing you need, before you even think about it, is you've got to think of a way to keep your medicine cool. And I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, the only thing, logically, get yourself a small power source like that, or that. I think I'm pointing at it. That. Okay, or a pack round, whichever. If you're interested, if you want more information on it, go to my bio, go to contact, send me an email. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But what I would do, just off the top of my head, is I would get my hands on one of those, and I would get myself one of those portable refrigerators that run off of your 12-volt system, your car jack, 12-volt system. And then now you have a refrigerator, and make sure that you get the solar panels with whatever you're going to buy. And then, The portable refrigerator I have will run for 36 hours before it gets down to about 26%. Yeah, that thing runs it. That's only the 290. That's a little one. And then and then I just put the it has through charging, so you could technically just put it out in the sun. You know, cover up the refrigerator so it doesn't get the heat from the sun on it, and you would have basically a solar refrigerator. Most places, I mean, you could use the keep it underground thing, but you really, in order to take advantage of that, you really need to get probably about 5 to 6 feet underground to get into that 54 range, 54 degree Fahrenheit range. But then now you're talking about a cellar, and I don't think that that's cool enough for insulin. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the requirement is, you know. Where we at here? Your content is very eye-opening. Thank you for speaking some truth, brother. No problem. Rumpelstiltskin. Did he appear? Let's see. I was born and raised in southeastern Kentucky. I've been cultured since. Gotcha. Where we got here? Depends on your type of insulin. There you go. Like I said, I really don't know that much about insulin. But I know it needs to be refrigerated. I don't refrigerate my insulin at all. Wow, that's really interesting, Adam. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay. Scott from Florida made it. Nice. Domestic coolers are Dometic coolers are badass. Yes, they're a little expensive, but I see the prices are going to probably start coming down. Dometic, it uses very, very, very little electricity, and you can run it like forever, basically. But they are a little expensive now, and the prices are going down. I would start to look at those end of summer sales if you're interested in that kind of stuff, because the prices will go down. Let's see here. Some don't require it. Gotcha, Brooke. Let's see. All right, so we did that article, and I'm trying to think. I wanted to bring you guys up to speed on this right here. So this comes out of the Zero Hedge. I love that. I love when people don't actually like they like watch one of my videos from like 6 months ago, from over 70 days ago, and then they like to make a comment. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, JB? Wait, JB, are you in two different places? John Baker just said howdy on my little channel, and JB the 25th just said howdy. That's weird. That's weird, man. Learn about the capabilities of car alternator. They're everywhere. Yes, absolutely. I think you do have to rewire them a little bit, but there are videos out on YouTube that should teach you how to do that if you're really interested. I'm here and there. You are the man. You were two places at once. It's always a future date. Yeah, don't worry about that, guy. I mean, I change their screens as soon as they say something. I've just got this technique that I use where as soon as they say something ridiculous, I'm just like, we're done. I'm trying to turn my TikTok audience into the adult audience that's on YouTube. Damn, Darren, you're late, bro. Michael Burry brought water onto the market. Fresh water, that is. Where are we at here? Let's see. So I wanted you guys to see this. And as usual, you know, I tear through it and find the information that's actually pertinent. So if you guys have never seen the movie The Big Short, I recommend that you go watch it. It is an older movie. I don't remember exactly when they made it. But there's a guy that he's like autistic, but he's in the market. He's running a small company. And he actually saw the numbers and projected the crash of 2008. The one that was going to destroy the world, that we had to do a government bailout, you know, too big to fail, that kind of thing. This guy was on top of it a year before it happened. So anyway, this just came out yesterday. That's his actual TikTok account, and his name is Michael Burry. Where are we at here? Where's it at? Did I write that? Michael Burry. All right, so here's the key thing. This is what this guy did yesterday. Well, he's done it for a while now, but Michael Burry, who runs the smallish Scion Capital Hedge Fund. He's gone and done something a few people didn't expect him to do. The famed investor has liquidated his entire portfolio, which as of March 31st had a notional value of just over $200 million. Yeah. Why did he do that? There's his actual account right there. This is the only thing he's invested in right now. Everything else he dropped. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. So, where are we at here? The 51-year-old investor rose to prominence after a winning wager against mortgages in the run-up to the 2008 financial crisis. The outspoken anti-liberal has since become a cult figure on social media with ominous predictions of a looming downturn. In a May tweet, he raised the specter of a crash similar to the one 14 years ago. Yeah, listen, man. It's like if you're old enough to know, if you're old enough to remember, it's like, oh yeah, my broker is E.F. Hutton, and E.F. Hutton says. Everybody starts listening. If you're old enough to know that, this guy is smart. It's just that easy. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else that I had queued up for you guys. Let me check my back screens. We did all that. That's trash. I think that's going to be it for all of the stuff that's in the back screen. So some of the stuff that I wanted to talk to you about was I think I told you guys something about it. I know I told the Patreons about it, okay? And if you're not in the Patreon, you should probably get there because the Patreons get all the info first. They are the inner circle. They are my sounding board. They tell me if I'm crazy or not or if I'm on to something. So, and for $3 a month, you get a whole buttload of other shit. So, if you're interested in that, check out support. The link's in the bio. Support the channel, and those are the good things that will be happening. So I came across. Well, I got an email from MIT last week, and if you know who I am, if you follow me, if we've had conversations, you know my background. It's a very mixed bag of a lot of crazy stuff. I've been very, very lucky to have so many different types of things happen in my life. So my name gets tossed around from time to time in different communities. And there was actually an MIT, I got a phone call a couple months back from MIT about another project that I just wasn't interested in, so I kind of just blew it off. If you guys know anything about anything that I do, it's all about stuff that is real. It's not going to be junk. I either own it, I've tested it, I've been involved in it, I believe in it. Okay. So anyway, so I get this email from MIT last week, and I'm like, okay. And then, they sent me all the references, backup links, videos, all sorts of stuff. Mind-blowing technology. I'm calling it the holy grail of preparedness. In those three things that I tell people that are the true baseline pillars of preparedness, it's water, food, and security. If you have those three things, you're golden. Everything else will build on that. So obviously water. Now, what they were contacting me about is a revolutionary desalinization device that you can put in your car. It's going to be about 22 pounds, I think, right now. I've only seen a prototype of it. And it fits in a Pelican case, one of those small Pelican cases that you could probably get 3 or 4 pistols into with all the padding. You can literally take this device. It's got 2 tubes. One tube it looks like it's about 30 or 40 feet long, and you literally just put the box on the sand, and you can throw it in the ocean. It's got its own little floater and cage. And then you can take the other tube and just drop it into whatever you want your fresh water to go into. And the way the technology works is traditional desalinization uses a lot of power and a lot of pressure. So you have to have like a high pressure pump. It's got to have a lot of electricity, and it pushes it through a membrane, not a filter, but a membrane. And these membranes are like $800 a pop. If you were if you were going to buy one of these products on the open market, and I know there's 3 companies that I've seen so far that sell these things, your lowest price is going to be $4,000. That is absolutely crazy, you know. Hey, what's going on, Doomsday? So I spent about 45 minutes in a Zoom call with the CEO of the company. Solid guy. Super interesting, and it's going to change, you know. And one of the things that I told him was he had to bring his price point down, and then we actually came up with a plan for him to do that. So that should definitely be, we should definitely be seeing these things. Now, if you're in the Patreon, you already know what I'm talking about. So this is kind of just like an update to let you know that things are moving forward with that, and that yeah, this is going to be a game changer for preparedness, a game changer. So I want to let you guys know about that. I will be making, I've already made the YouTube video about this device, and then I'm also going to make a TikTok video to try and push people on TikTok over to my YouTube. So if you're not there on if you're sitting on TikTok right now and you're not on the YouTube, you need to get your ass over there. You need to get subscribed to the channel so that when this video does come out, and hopefully I can finish the TikTok video today, pushing that points to the YouTube video. It's got to like all exist. Then we will. Then you'll be there. You know what I'm saying? So and then Thorn, you know, Thorn, he basically his bug out plan is a boat. I think he's eventually just going to live on it and say screw it. I think he may even be doing it now. He's one of my YouTube guys. First time here, William Chapman. Nice. Appreciate you, guy, man. Make sure you subscribe, follow whatever it is on TikTok. If you're not on the YouTube, get yourself over there too. I just subscribed. Gotcha, Bubba. I love it, man. So anyway, I'll keep right now. I'm keeping the Patreons up to date because there's just too much information out there. If I throw that information out to the masses, what'll happen is that it'll be 7 million questions. I'll answer at one time, and then in 30 seconds, someone will ask the same question. So, like I said, that video will be coming out today once I finish the TikTok promo video for it, and with some very general information on it, pointing you to the YouTube video. Because you just can't. I mean, listen, you just can't get the information, the kind of information that you guys want, onto a TikTok video. TikTok videos are about live streams like this, and then they're about like, hey, look at me, give me a click, you know, and that's not what I'm about. So let's see here. Would love to set test. Oh, you're just fixing yourself. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see. Where's the link to your Patreon? It's in the link. The link is in my bio. It is on support the channel, or support. I think it's support. All right. YouTubers, I'm going to have to show some people some stuff here. Let me open up a web page real quick so I can speak intelligently about this. All right. So if you're on your phone, it's going to look a little different than this. Let me throw this up here. Me using the screen. Okay, so if you're going to, right now it's the big button. And that's not me, guys. That's just the way the website works. If I create another button, then it creates that. So you want to go to the link in my bio if you're on TikTok. Look for those 4 little bars up in the top. And that'll give you like a little drop-down menu. And then you're going to look for support the page. And when you do that, that's going to go to the different ways to support the page. And then obviously it says become a Patreon. You can click on the join, or you can click on the actual Patreon symbol, and that will take you over to my Patreon. We're going to click join real quick here for the people watching on YouTube. And then there you go. And then obviously your side, this is what my side looks like, but your side on the public, which would be new people, yours is going to look just like that. It's going to give you a list, and then obviously you click the join. We ask for, you know, your credit card number, your firstborn, you know, what day of the month you're regular on. You know, we're going to ask you all sorts of stupid questions, but for the most part, it's a pretty simple process. And hope that answers your questions. Let's go ahead and go back to the big screen. There we go. All right. So I wanted to tell you guys about that money scammer. What I don't know what that is, but we're just going to go ahead and change your screen because you don't play well with others. So what are you preparing for? My major prep is economic collapse. It pretty much covers everything. If it's a tsunami, I'm dead. If it's a freaking a meteor from the sky, if it's planet X, whatever, I'm already dead. There's no reason to prepare for that. Let's see here. I would love to test one of those MIT devices. Well, Thorne, that is a possibility because they are focused on sailors. So keep an eye out for my YouTube video, guys. It's like I said, it's going to come out today. I just have to make the TikTok video, which is technically already made. I just have to edit it. Okay. Do the water purification tablets work well? Yeah, they do. I mean, as long as it depends on what kind of water you put, that you're trying to purify. Now, when you say purify, that means to remove imperfections. It means, or to remove bacteria, things that will kill you or make you sick. Okay, you still need to pre-filter, your water. It could be through a T-shirt, it could be through a dirty sock, it could be through your beanie. It doesn't matter, but to get all the gunk out of it, and then the tablets themselves will kill all the bacteria and little viruses and things like that. How much food storage does someone need for a family of 4? Well, calculate how much food you need. First, you need to know how long you want to create your preps for. So, say if you just say a week. Let's do a week, okay? So that's 3 meals per person per day, okay? So you find out how much you are going to eat in one day, okay? And then find okay, so that's or say it's for 4. So there's a box of macaroni. Do you cook 2 boxes or 4? I'm going to go with 4. You cook 2 boxes. So you need 2 boxes of macaroni. So, okay. And then I'm going to need a can of vegetables, and I'm going to need some canned meat. You know what I'm saying? And then you do that, and boom, that's for 1 meal. And then times that by 3, and then times that by however many days you want to survive. It's that easy. So, do you recommend any of these emergency kits to just buy that's already prepared? No, I do not. That is a sore subject with me, because there are some emergency kits out there that are like 80%. They're like 80%. But they're so expensive, it's freaking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Crazy? Did I just make that word up? They're absolutely crazy. I'd say most of them are about 80%. Okay? But if you're not experienced, then you won't know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then if you go following some of these crazy channels, they're going to be like, here. So I definitely got to have these 47 knives, and they're all over $50 a piece just because. Penny, go lay down. We're edging up on time for her to. You know what? You guys, I'll keep talking if you'll give me 30 seconds to put her out. Is that okay with you guys? Let me know. TikTok's going to be the fastest. If not, we'll just do something else. Good morning. How many days do we have now? We have lots of days. The world is not going to end. Nobody ever said that was what's going to happen. Absolutely. All right, Penny. Come here, Penny. Let me see. Come here. You guys haven't seen Penny in a long time. Penny is, since we moved into this house, she's been very happy to be in her corner. Come here, girl. I don't think will you pop up here? Will you pop up? Come on. Up. If you didn't know, Penny's a special needs dog. Oh, come here, you. Oh. She's like, what are you doing to me? Oh. You good, girl? All right, let me put you down. Calm down. There you go. All is well. I'm covered with dog hair. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Literally out the door, lock the gate, and I'll come right back. Come on. Sorry, that took more than 30 seconds. The gate was acting stupid. I'm back. All right, what do we got here? Hey, TikTok guys, do me a favor. Crank that up to about 20K and follow the finger. That'd be great. That'll keep us going. We're stable. I like 150. That's nice. What do we got here? Tracy Water says, yes, you can definitely go do that. Let's see. For those of you that don't know, the cat, Prepper Cat, I was like, what the cat's name? I don't know. I just called her Prepper Cat the other day. I gave her a bath to kill all the fleas yesterday, which the Patreon saw that shit. It was hilarious. What is it? She's off getting fixed right now. I need to adjust this camera just a little bit so I can stay in frame. All right, so let's see. What do we got? You know what? I'm going to kill. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and kill the backup channel because there's nobody on. There's been nobody on it for like 5 minutes. It just seems like a waste of internets. Maybe my screen will get better. All right, we're going to take that, get you out of the way. All right, let's see here. And we're going to move you over. Now I can see a little bit more of my screen. Okay, so what do we got in the chat? He talks about storage, water, radios. Okay, gotcha. Radios, yes. Weapons are important. Yes. One of the biggest problems that we run into is the when I talk about security. That's obviously that's a word that I use so that the algorithm doesn't get upset with me. It could mean lots of different things, but I'm telling you what, guys. Whether you're a girl or a guy or big or strong or a kung fu artist, it doesn't matter. The most, probably the best weapon on the planet, I tell people all the time, I really should put this in my Amazon, is the youth metal baseball bat. The youth size baseball bat. It's like this big. And man, if somebody gets into your house and you don't have a boom boom stick, or you just don't feel like giving somebody a dirt nap that day, hey, listen, you can swing it in a hallway. It's good in tight areas. You can poke them in the chest. You can do all sorts of crazy things because it's small, it's light, and it will do the job every single time. You know what I'm saying? I always recommend it. Sometimes I feel like I can't help somebody enough because of their situation, and I can't truly engage with them because I have my own problems. But I get a lot of women who tell me that they're, recently divorced, a mom of 3 kids, out on their own, can't afford something, not sure. And it's just a really sad story. And they ask me this same question, and I always tell them, metal youth baseball bat. Anybody can swing it, man. Anybody can swing it. So take that to the bank. Let's see. That's some free advice from the old frickin' local prepper. It's like basically a guaranteed will work type of thing, and you might actually sleep a little better at night. So let's see. A smoke pole and keep one in the pipe. I gotcha. Let's see here. I've got somebody in the members chat that popped in here. All right, JDM. She's busy. She's cutting down those trees on her property. I love it. All right, so let's get back on point. So that device, once again, the Patreons, they're in. It looks like I may have 3 people who joined, or 2 people that have already joined the Patreon today. I will get to you as soon as I get off this live stream, and I will get your Discord access. If you already have a Discord channel or a Discord handle, the Patreon will tell me, and I will get you immediately into the members-only area. You have an Amazon? I do. If you go to the link in my bio, it'll say My Store, and that'll take you right to my Amazon page, and it's set up for preppers. If you have any questions, you can message me either in Discord or through the contact page, and it'll work. That's how we do things. If somebody doesn't want to buy anything off Amazon, it's still a great place to find ideas or to do comparison shopping, because you might be able to find that deal on another website that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Just things to think about. I have a flashlight taser as well as a bat. I got you, Black Badger. Yeah, I like those little flashlight tasers, but those are devices that you have to train with, because it's like we keep them charging and they're within reach if we need them, but if we've never actually trained with them, it's like, which button do I push? Is it one button? Is it going to come on? Do I got to squeeze? Do I got to, you know what I'm saying? And it's not about hitting, it's about contact with the taser. You can hit all day long, but it's about contact with that taser. Because if you're actually hitting for real, you're going to retract and they're not actually going to get zapped, you know? So, something to think about. Catitude says, is the sweeping curve from prior use or comfort for recipients? I don't know what you're talking about, Catitude. I have no idea. Is the sweeping curve from prior use, the sweeping curve, I don't know what that is, Catitude. I don't know what that is. Okay, what do we got here? 2 and 1. 1 is none. I've been trained for years, been able to find food and water. There you go. Windham Weaponry Bushmaster Styles, my favorite AR platform. Have an SR25 also. Okay, cool, Patriot. Bear Mace. Yeah, Bear Mace will do the job. Maybe a squeegee. I don't know. I don't have a squeegee anywhere near me. And I know Catitude. Oh, Thorn's baseball bat. I got you. Let's see. I've never used Discord, but I'm downloading the app right now. How do I find you on there? It should be Local Prepper. So download the app, okay, and then set up your account, and then go to the link in on my profile here on TikTok, and that'll take you to my website, and then scroll down to where it says Discord, and then click on that, and that will take you. It's like a Discord invite. It'll take you right into the area. It will take you right in there. Let's see here. Good morning, fellow patriots. User prison number 4600411960. How many days do we have now? As many as you would like. It's a free country. Okay, thank you so much for explaining. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Wasp spray works great. And no, do not do that, Tracy. Wasp spray does not work great. And in fact, it will probably just piss somebody off. That's a YouTube thing. That's a YouTube thing. You need to find the video where they prove that it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Thorn's got a katana. Okay, we're good. We're good there. Paranormal Witness, love it. Yeah, no worries, bro. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have today? Because I told you I had a few things that I wanted to talk to you about. So I get packages all the time from different companies, and sometimes it's like, okay, thanks for sending me your stuff. It's junk. And other times I get involved with the company because I believe in what they're doing. If you see back here, I think I'm pointing right there, those green things. Am I pointing the right things? Those green things. Those are Jace cases. I have 2 of them, one for me, one for my girlfriend. They're full of antibiotics. They are prescriptions, and they are given to me. Well, there's another upcoming company that offers the same thing, and then a couple of kits that are even better. So I'm working with them. I don't make a penny off of this, but they are, unless you order one. But I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to do a video for this. This is the very first time this has been out of the pack. It's called Contingency Medical. And Contingency Medical will send you some pretty awesome stuff. We're just going to give you just a quick pick. Those are all pharmaceuticals. Those are all pharmacy RXs that are, to me, 100% legal. Yes, you can buy them in New Jersey. And so I wanted you guys to see that so that you know that there's an upcoming video that I'm going to have to make for them to talk about those particular products. They're in competition with, basically it's them and Jace. And Jace doesn't even know they're there yet. And I sell Jace Medical as well. They're in the products that I support. But Jace doesn't offer the extras that some of these contingency medical cases offer. So when I finish that video, I will get that out, and yeah, you guys will see the differences. And I think it's a great product. The case is actually pretty durable. I was very surprised. It's one of the it's one of those kind of hardened cases. So I think that's interesting. I like the handle construction. I like that the zippers have the long pulls, so you don't have to fight to find it. So those are the things that I'm going to talk about. I want to let you guys know that those are what's in the case of lots of antibiotics and lots of other things for motion sickness, and they're focused on. I think one of them is like scopolamine. They're focused on pharmaceuticals that are not over-the-counter drugs. They're like the next level. It's like if you have an upset tummy, just go get some Pepto. You don't need to buy this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you have one of those problems that is more than that, that's what it's for. You know, I don't know about 36 days. Is that till prepper camp? I'm going to prepper camp September, guys. We're going to prepper camp. Let's see here. Let's see. Flamethrower. Window Lecker says he's got a flamethrower. Let's see here. Thorne says those tactical flashlights that strobe work well on someone that is deranged or on drugs. Not so much on a sober, sane person. I don't know, bro. They do have a psychological effect on people. But the thing is, you have to know how to use them and know when to use them. One of the other products that I'm working on a video for. Where are we at here? This is the P20iX from Nightcore. I owe them a video review of this device. So far, I like it, but I haven't put anything on paper. And what I like about this particular device is it doesn't just have the on-off button. It has a strobe button for that exact feature. So strobe warning, guys. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to face it at you. And the battery's probably dead, so let's go ahead and I didn't even have to push the button. There's a whole separate button to do the whole strobe thing, which I really, really like for home defense. This one is actually going to be given away to one of the Patreons. I give away a device every quarter to the Patreons. All right, let's see. How long is the expiration on those? Well, here's the thing. Antibiotics don't truly have an expiration date. The truth about expiration dates on medicines, I will say most medicines. I got to throw a disclaimer in there. The truth about expiration dates on antibiotics is that antibiotics do not expire unless they are liquid antibiotics or they are an antibiotic called tetracycline, which is not used anymore. You won't even find it. And that was an old acne medication. And after 6 months, it could become toxic. But then you've got the liquid antibiotics, which they make at the pharmacy. They don't just grab a bottle of it and say, here you go, your prescription's full. That's actually something they make right there when they say, all right, we got to get your order together. That's when they make it, because that will slowly degrade, and that also has to be refrigerated. The truth about expiration dates on antibiotics is very simple. If you had to, so the U.S. government, hold on, I gotta pour some more coffee here too. We're gonna get deep. We're gonna get real deep here on antibiotics, so you guys can get smart real fast. We're just gonna use common sense. No PhD required. If the national strategic stockpile of medication had to replace all of its antibiotics every year, how do you think that would go over? What do you think would happen with that? Fraud, waste, and abuse is a big thing in the government, but let's think about that. What kind of real strategic stockpile would we have, even if they had a rotation of these particular medications? You see what I'm saying? It's less effective after 5 years. Actually, Ty, that's completely inaccurate. All right? It's not a big deal. Let me explain it to you. I did a video for Jace Medical, and I'm probably going to add that information onto this contingency medical medications, okay? They did a study that no one talked about. It had the DOD, the CDC, the FDA, had a lot of people involved. It happened in the 90s. And they found that after 20 years, antibiotics that are either in pill or caplet form maintained over 90% of their original strength. Yeah, let that sink in. Expiration dates are a joke on antibiotics. They only do it because they want you to get more antibiotics. That's all. They want you to throw them away. Because having antibiotics is like, you should only use antibiotics to treat something that you absolutely need to treat it with, because your body will build a tolerance for those antibiotics. And the next time you get sick from the same type of bug, then you need a different or more powerful type of antibiotic. So they want to control that. It's not healthy to take those things unless you absolutely need it to fight off whatever is in your body. Also, it's only for emergencies or when necessary. I have a Patreon who's used her Jace case that I sold her not once but twice. Okay? Absolutely amazing, because the medication that are in these cases are the same thing that the doctor is going to prescribe for you when you go to the doctor. For my ladies, chronic vaginosis. Yeah. You're going to spend like $300 for that one visit. Lost hours, drive time, gasoline at $27 a gallon. Let's see, your copay for the doctor's visit, your copay for the lab work that you won't even get back for 3 to 4 days, and then the copay at the pharmacy because you had to get something probably once, maybe even twice. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you could pick up one of those for like somewhere between $250 and $300. And then you don't have to do that crazy stuff. You know, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So let's move on from that, because I don't really feel like selling Jace cases. If you guys are ever curious about the stuff that I believe in, the stuff that I'm actually connected with, go to the link, go to my webpage, localprepper.net. That's the link in the bio for the TikTok guys. Go there and find that button that says supported products. I think it says supported products or products I support, something like that. Hold on. Go to, where are we at here? Trusted products. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The Jace case, the My Patriot Supply, Jackery, EMP Shield, Mira Safety. That's the gas mask guys. Armed American Supply. These guys are a small American company who make kick-ass t-shirts. You're going to love it. And especially if you work on a crew that requires that yield or high visibility yellow, they specialize in that shit. And you get 15% off if you do LP15. Gorilla Ammo. These guys make very specialized ammo for taking people down in hallways of your house. Just let that sink in. Pecron. These are the guys that make the Jackeries that actually work better than a Jackery at the 1,000 or above power. And you get 10% off if you use Prepper 46. Urban Carry. I have 3 of these holsters myself. They're absolutely awesome for concealed carry. Check them out. Water Drop. I owe you guys a video. That stuff is back there. This is water filtration at a new level. This company is actually older than Sawyer. And then there's Contingency Medical, which we just talked about. And then the fruits and veggies that I take every day. You see what I'm saying? So this is not a promo-a-thon. This is actually how I live my life. These are the things that I believe. I think that people need to know where to go. That's one of the biggest things. There is a code for veterans for urban carry. Is there a code? Oh, you know what? I don't know that I actually have a code. No, there's not. But their holsters are freaking very well priced. Hold on a second here. Let me check something here. Sometimes I forget to put my code in on the website, but no, I don't think so. They have the new one, the G3. Give me a second here. I'll tell you what the price on the G3 is, just so people have an idea. So the G3 is $69. And then, I mean, you can just Google the frickin', like a code for urban carry. Let's see here. Where can you purchase the Contingency Medical? You can purchase it right on my pages that I support. Where are we at here? Trusted Products. And then, hold on a second. Let me do this. Let me go back to the YouTube here, because I'm starting to turn into a sell-a-thon now. So if you go to my webpage, localprepper.net, and then you go to Trusted Products, and you click on that. And then if you scroll down to contingency medical, where are we at here? Contingency medical, and then you click on the words or the picture. It doesn't matter. It'll take you to their website, and then you just start going. You just start going through the process. It's really that easy. The one thing I will tell you is if you guys do order either the Jace case or the contingency medical case, and you know what? I got to tell you guys a little secret. They're probably not going to be happy with me, but whatever. So, I noticed today that the prices are backwards on the website. This company is brand new. I'm literally one of the first people to ever order from them. So expect some delays, but like I said, you got to be, with these little companies, you got to give them a chance to stand up, you know. But I noticed that the Go pack is $279, but the pack that I bought, which has more medication in it, is $259.99. So, and if you want to go to the big guys, it's the Ready Pack Plus. But anyway, you might be able to, like, I don't know, 50. It's like a $20 saving because they may be screwed up right now. I don't know. That's on them. I've told them what I see. If they don't follow on that, that's really up to them. All right, let's get off of that. Let's get off of that. Okay, let's see here. I've been trying to support other businesses. It's tough. I mean, it happens, but all you can do is just get the word out there and then go for it. That's all you can do. Joshua from Florida, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Don't give Pfizer any ideas. I have Clarius Tactical Light. It's awesome. Nice. Definitely use that correctly, especially if a person's, okay, deranged on drugs. Okay, so I think I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I got shit I got to do. I'm 38 minutes over my stop time. It's been a good time. I'm contemplating doing a 2 or more hour long stream on Wednesdays. What do you guys think about that? Obviously, it would start at 10. It might start at 9, you know. Fact check. I don't know about that. What's countdown about? The countdown was about the wheat problem that we have in the nation globally. And that is still an issue, but no one's talking about it. And it's going to lead to some major famine come around, global famine come around the cold times. I've been delivering FedEx then. I don't know what that means. Okay, so once again, if you guys would like me to do a 2-hour or longer stream on Wednesdays, let me know in the comments, and I'll wait a few seconds while I drink some coffee. Is Penny still outside? Yes. She hasn't howled yet, so I know she doesn't want to come in. She's got this, since we moved here, she's got this really weird bark. She's not a vocal dog at all, and she is, and she'll howl. She'll be like, she sounds like she's dying. I literally have to tell people in the neighborhood, listen, if you hear a dog, it sounds like she's dying, everything is fine. She's a hound. Rebecca, you're late. That's all right. Yeah, I'm literally getting ready to turn it off. I've been going. I'm 40 minutes over my time waiting on you, Rebecca. Let's see. Yes, please. Catitude likes it. Okay. Let's see. Need more info. Got a link in the bio. Yes. First time here. Just came across your channel. All right. Nice. It's nice to see you. Is it Clark lady? Oh, I just heard her. Howl. Let's see here. What do we got here? Deputy Lack. Hey, good afternoon to you too. My dog sounds chewy. I've got 2 beagles. For people that are just out of New York City, what radius do you think we should be concerned with? You know, I might actually. Hey, listen. So if you just came into the TikTok channel, you need to go to the link in my bio, or just find Local Prepper, all one word, on YouTube. Excuse me, because maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me write that down. NYC radius. One of the jobs that I had in the Marine Corps for a short period of time that I had to, well, it was mixed with another job, but basically I was tasked to go to special schools to understand about CBRN. We used to call it just NBC back then. Yeah, I could probably tell you a few things about the radius that you speak of. I've been watching, but my little one touches it now and again, so it throws me out and back in. I got you. Enviro Mama. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so tomorrow, looks like everybody wants that. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and do a 2-hour stream, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I have to build more content for that. Hopefully, I'll be able to pull that off. If not, we'll just find out, you know. We'll just find out. All right, guys, I got shit to do today. Thanks for watching. Oh, my God, I'm dying. You made me laugh so hard this morning, pretending to be your commenters in your video. I don't. Oh, yeah. Okay, Kristen. I know. Well, listen, I had to do it. I wanted to be a little snarky because that's what those people understand. But I also wanted to be truthful too. So maybe I'll do that. You guys want me to comb the beard up? Maybe tomorrow I'll do the first half of the live stream as that person. Let's see. Your website doesn't list contingent. Yes, it does. I just showed it to you on YouTube, Dorothy. You have to go to, hold on a second. You have to find trusted products. And once you click that and you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's the second one to the bottom, contingency medical. You have to do that. Okay. All right, here we go. Another near trying to start a what? Come on, man. See, and that's, you know, a paranormal witness. Don't do that shit here. Don't do that shit here, okay? Even if you're just joking, okay? Don't do that shit here. Otherwise, I'll block you, and I don't want to do that because you just showed up. It's the first time I've ever seen you here before. Yeah, let's not do that. That's not cool. Tomorrow is going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Time. How many days left, James? Well, as many as you'd like. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and kill these things. And until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. And I'm going to try and remember to do this correctly for my YouTube guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me. The price of a Starbucks coffee. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.